Okay guys, so a few more parts that are going to be replaced. While I have easy access are the transmission oil cooler lines. You can see I got 3 here, but I'm only going to do the 2 that run along the motor, along the side of the motor. The other one out the way. I had to buy that to get the discount, to get enough, or get over 50 bucks. So I just got them, all 3 of them. These are the Dorman replacement lines, and I know they're kind of known for leaking around their crimps after a while, but I don't know what else to do besides OEM lines. And right now I would take a leaky crimp over rotted lines, because rotted lines is what I have now, and I'm really afraid that the lines could let loose at any time, and then there goes all your transmission fluid, and then before you know it, you've run your transmission dry and you've probably ruined it. So I'll take the risk, I guess, of a leaky crimp happening to get some nice fresh lines under the truck. So, and it's going to be pretty easy to do this, guys, especially with the axle out of the way and the cross member out of the way. So it really shouldn't be that hard of a job. Okay guys, so the way these lines install is just like the oil cooler line that I showed you. They're kind of like a quick connect. There's an O-ring inside the port that this pushes into, and then there's a little snap ring that holds it on. A lot of people don't like this design, and I'm not sure why, because it's pretty easily replaced and pretty easily put back on, and I don't really see these fittings leaking much, so I think it's a good design. So here's the clip that holds these lines on, or holds them in, just like this. I just went to the part store and got some of these. You got to buy this whole pack here. They got a bunch of different sizes. I really need 2 more, but I'm only replacing 2 lines, so I guess all I need is 4 clips. That clip actually looks in good shape. I could probably reuse that one. But I'm going to show you the fittings now. Okay guys, so here's one of the fittings on the transmission. This is on the back of the transmission. You can see it's kind of crusty, so blaster is your friend. You want to soak that down. You got to kind of play with the clip with a little screwdriver and a pick to get it loosened up, to get it out, because this line ain't going to come out unless you get that little clip that I just showed you out. So, I mean, you can see the crudiness there on the end of that line. I don't really trust it. There's another line right there, guys. Same deal, kind of cruddy. I'm spraying it down. I was able to get the clips out by playing with them. I don't have my light, so I'm not going to be able to show you, but you can see how crusty this line is. I mean, it's getting really crusty in places, and I just don't trust it. So while I got the whole front end out here, I can literally take the line and just drop it down out of here without much problems. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably pull them out one at a time. And then there's the other line goes to into the transmission cooler up front. So I'll have to drop the truck down and probably pop the grill off maybe. And I'll show you that when I do that. Okay, so I got one of the lines out. You can see it's just hanging there. Just kind of fished it out. Now this is the one that's towards the front of the transmission. So that one goes to the bottom of the radiator there. So the other one's going to go to the transmission cooler on the front of the motor. So I got to drop the truck down and see where that goes. Okay guys, got the truck down, grill off. And here's where the fitting goes to the back of the fitting on towards the back of the transmission. It's going to the transmission cooler. This is an auxiliary cooler. There's also a cooler inside the radiator. This fitting here actually goes from this auxiliary cooler down and around, and it goes to the top of the radiator up here. Right there is the line, and it's got the same quick connect. I think I might as well just replace it here while I'm doing everything. I might as well. You're gonna have to take off this plastic shield. There's some push pins, plastic push pins, 3 of them that hold that in, and you got to take that off because these lines, they're not going to be able to go down unless this plastic piece is taken off. Here's a better look at the fitting. I showed you before in the oil cooler, but there's the little clip. It's halfway out, and there it is. It just comes out like that. There's 3 notches in it, and it fits into the notches in the fitting here, and that locks the line in place because there's a flare on it. So to reinstall these, you're going to put the clip in there, snap it on, then you're going to push the fitting up into it, and you should hear a little snap when this ring snaps around it. That way you'll know it's good. Before you put these, push them up in there. Remember I told you there's an O-ring inside the fitting. Put some fresh transmission fluid so you don't tear or wreck that O-ring in there. So I'm gonna get this one out. You can usually gotta wiggle them around and play with them for a little while before they come out, especially these old ones. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off too. I wasn't gonna mess with it now, but all this one does is go down here, around, and up into the radiator there. So I might as well take care of them all. Okay guys, one more thing here is these plastic covers go over the fittings. So they're up there like that, and you gotta pop them off. And the lines come with new ones to go over and just cover it. I guess it's kind of a safety too. It keeps the little pin or little clip from being able to come out. So you gotta pull these off first, then shoot it with blaster, coat it with blaster, let the blaster work for a little bit, and then try to take them off. Okay guys, so trying to get these fittings out of this cooler here, and I'm trying to play with it and move it around to loosen them up, and I just felt like I was putting too much pressure on this cooler. I think they want like $200 for this cooler, so I do not want to crack and break it. So what I've done is I took my little pipe cutter here, and I run around and I cut it off. I got this one out already, but I did the same thing. I just cut it off a short section. I'm going to take my vice grips, and then I grab a hold of it, and I'm just going to spin it back and forth to break it loose. And then once you get it broke loose, it comes out pretty easily. Just trying to be as easy as I can on this cooler. I do not want to crack that. I'm going to get this one out and then start running my new lines through here. Okay guys, so I got my new lines in, and got all my little clips on that I took off. I've got it clipped into the factory clips. I got them coated with anti-seize. Anytime I do metal to metal contact with these older clips, I usually put anti-seize on them just to help with corrosion. And we've got it here, and now they're awful tight right here, but I got another one of these clips there, and I've got got all the lines in there, all to the cooler, the radiator, and it went fairly easily feeding the lines in because there's nothing in the way. So that was pretty easy. The problem I had was with these new clips. I don't know, the aftermarket is going to have to wake up because I just struggle with these clips. I had to use 2 of the old ones because I was just sick of struggling with these things. They seem to be shaped pretty close to the originals. I don't know if they're harder steel, or maybe these little the little round pieces aren't. You can see this one. I tried to use that one, and you can see all the paint scratched off it. And the factory ones don't have paint either, so I don't know why they're painting them. That could be causing trouble. I don't know. I don't know. That was really the only struggling I had, was trying to use these aftermarket clips. I gotta see if I can't find a factory source or an OEM source for those, because that's ridiculous. But anyway, guys, I've got all the transmission cooler lines swapped out. There's the old ones. They'll be going to the junk pile. Oh, another thing. Aftermarket didn't work out very good. These clips right here, I should have took these ones off and reused the factory ones, because even them don't fit. They won't snap on like the factory ones did, snap on around the clip. So that was kind of a disappointment too, but I guess it's better than having cruddy lines that could pretty much break at any time. So hopefully all the fittings will hold. I did my best to get them snapped on, so we'll see, I guess. So that's gonna do it for this job, guys. I gotta move on to the lift because I am wasting a lot of time here. But I think it's worth spending the time now when I have clear, it's all clear to be able to change this stuff easily. So a little bit of headache right now is gonna save me in the long run, I hope. But that's it, guys. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.